Today, I would like to suggest taking the colony in a very slightly different direction. Well, I mean, we're going in the same direction, we're just going to be looking at things from a slightly different perspective. We're going to moonwalk our way to the industrial era. Generations 2 is coming soon, and that's going to be far more traditional here than on Rimworld, which is deeply, deeply cursed. In that series, we'll probably go for your more traditional caveman into tribal, into the classical era, kind of Rome, that type of thing, then into medieval with the king and queen and whatever else. I like what we've got going on here, and I like the development being on the characters rather than the city. Whereas in Generations 1, I had that different mindset, and I built a castle because we were medieval. That's what you're supposed to do. In this, I built a castle because we had a magic lady who was born with a load of gooses and was stronger than your average person. So naturally, you've got to set up an academy, right? But because here in UnRimworld Generations, the characters are kind of the thing dictating how we do things and when we do things, I've got a weird plan. I'm saying this for a few episodes. I hate the medieval era. We've been in the medieval era for a very long time, and we've been here multiple times. Medieval era, and then medieval era again, and then the medieval era. What if, while I develop all these characters, you know, we got a lot of new recruits coming in. A lot of our people did almost die at the end of yesterday's episode. Don't worry about it. She's fine. They're all fine. Maybe they're not fine. You good? Everybody's fine. Don't panic. It's all okay. So we're about to get a bunch of new people. We're probably going to be focusing on the characters a little bit more. Why not just like put everybody on research and just do all the medieval research, see what we've got to work with, then build a medieval city. Like, not everyone, but we've got a lot of strong researchers in this town. I feel like we should put a bit more emphasis on it. We've always been big brain. Ungus loved thinking. You can't deny it. And more importantly, this was a research series for Generation 2. I know how the medieval works. We've been here multiple times at this point. I know what mods I do and don't want in the future mod pack. So let's move on to industrial as fast as possible so that my research can continue. You see, we do research in the game so I can do research in real life. Who left their bow on their table? What's wrong with you people? So without further ado, let's just go for it. Let's go all in. Of course, the characters who aren't necessarily so good at researching, there aren't enough research benches for everybody anyway, but the characters who aren't, I'll keep them on their regular day-to-day jobs. I'm not just going to let everything grind to a halt so that we can go on some mad quest for knowledge. Yes, learn, child. Learn from your betters. Speaking of which, windmill. Obviously, if any important stuff comes up, I'll take Buzak's off of research to go and explore it a little bit. Like, for example, the words hand mortar. Big fan of that. And bear in mind, we have been slowly moving the ideology inwards to focus on ourselves rather than the rest of the world. And of course, the rocks itself. We're bulwark. We've had intense bigotry. We've got the very fast research speed. With the blessed people of the rocks, we will find out everything there is to know. Though, to be fair, if we do go raiding, there is a chance we get some research data. Now, I've got some side projects I want to do, but research will be the main focus. There's been too many times where I've just left it kind of without a project to do. I want to build this expansion I talked about yesterday because I think it actually might work pretty well. Oh, shit. And actually, somebody said build a moat, and I like that idea a lot, but I'm not really sure how we would do it. I don't think we've got any sort of terraforming. Maybe in the later eras. I was about to say we could dig a trench, and then it turns out, boom, there was a moat all along. Look at this. It's not going to do a massive amount, right? But it'll slow down melee characters trying to attack my towers. We finished hand mortars, but actually while we are working on, like, while I'm personally trying to place this bloody thing and being interrupted, I'm just gonna let them pick what they want to do and go for it. That seems all right. Mastercraft armor. Okay, I'm assuming direct control for this one. After that, research automatically. It's kind of quicker too, because when they finish a research task, they'll just run off until I set another one. Whereas if we do this, they'll immediately just go from one task to the next. It's not like a traditional castle moat, right? I mean, it's no one's going to drown in it. It does have 25% work speed. My God, I should get thicken that out. Did I say 2 blocks thick? I clearly meant 4 blocks thick. I've gone mad with power. This is the human male urge to dig holes. What can I say, okay? It's a very Victorian mindset. Who doesn't love digging holes, okay? Buzak and Roxanne, they are going to be in for the time of their lives. Whoa, what if I take it a step further? What if we dig the moat and then we put a trench right next to the wall? Now, some mods do give these cover. This one is not, though. This one is just a trench you dig a hole in to stop people moving so well. So this is like pretty good. Oh, what do they look like when they're 2 blocks thick? Is this just like exactly what I wanted, but just has a different name than what I expected? No, it looks very strange, but like that. Okay, no, I hate that. Look, my moat has to have nice aesthetics, okay? Grills, that's the game changer we needed. Who doesn't love a good grill? What have we got next? Oh, would you look at that? It's art tool storage table. I fucking love art. You kids love protective clothing. I've got that too. Remember, always wear your helmet before you go on Discord. That place is full of head trauma. What do you mean, prison break? Luckily for us, it's just one prisoner because the other 2 were horribly crippled. Oh, you can shoot them through the window. Where are you going? Where do you think you're going? Okay, like, just shoot them then. That's fine. Zebo, Zipper, what are you doing? Ungus, go in there and shoot them. Level 1 shooting. Hey, this is good, though. Ooh, Jesus Christ, don't maim them. Moving again. Or you decided to go back to prison? Yeah, open that door, I dare you. Open that door, I dare you. It was like the bit in Star Wars The New Hope when he opens the door and there's a million stormtroopers, except instead it's just boom, one old lady in a wheelchair. You are done for, my friend. Don't kill them. I really want the demon. Don't kill them. Disaster only just reached level 16. Who did that? Ungus!
Oh, me sad, me see a body.
You caused the body! Witness corpse. Yeah, that's what happens when you shoot people. Witness outsider's death, minus 3. Fuck off. I just hate them. I hate them. Wheelchair-bound grandma's being beaten by a demon, and you're sad that you shot it to death? Weirdo. Absolute weirdo. Oh, they can walk fine. What happened to you then? Oh, you're just in a regeneration coma. Oh, that's interesting. I wanted that demon. Were you good, though? You were pretty good. You had some demon abilities. Greater fire speed, detonation. Ooh. But if I had a penny for every dirty hole we'd had in this series, I'd only have 2 pennies, which isn't very much, but it is weird it's happened twice. The most important character, real star of the show, get out of my graveyard. What the hell are you doing? Oh, they are weebs. Oh, well, I suppose we're weebs too, might as well just embrace it at this stage. Look at you. Look at tiny little rocks. Tiny little rocks. Must be a weeb rocks. Let's go and have a chat with them. Val, have you got anything to sell me? Or more specifically, Val, maybe I've got stuff I can sell you, because Jesus, my stockpile is out of control. I'm sorry, what is that you're selling? Brotherhood mainframe. This rusty and cumbersome computer seems to retain many secrets. How are you even carrying that? That's a 100-kilogram computer you're hauling around. I traded a rocks for some gold, and you might assume wrongly that that is sacrilege and disgusting. I think the rocks would be happy to know that their people are spreading across the world, and of course taking with them the glorious nature of rocks. Goodbye, Rockscarf 1. Thank you. Fight the good fight. That rocks is manifesting destiny. The glory of the rocks will reach far and wide. Did I edit out of yesterday's episode the thing where I said we've got the mod that lets you eat gene packs because this is UnRimworld? There's no genetic engineering. They sell high libido. If we buy that and make the next generation, whoever it is, eat that, shit, maybe we just give it to Mecha Nugget Poozax Bungus. If we could breed that gene into society, that would be amazing. Wait, will I add it to xenogenes or endogenes? I don't know what happens when you eat a gene. It's either that or we make them extremely flammable, we give them pores and an Alcrexin dependency, which doesn't seem too good, or we give them stone call and deer ears. Which I think, to be honest, we've got pretty well covered at this point. Dinner is 47. It's already too late. Oh, it's already too late. Okay, carry on. Live your lives. Madam Dino Nugget? Madam Dino Nugget? Wait, your name should be Madam Dino Nugget Boozax Bungus. Oh, it is your... It just doesn't fit. Thank God for that. I thought for a second I said that is your last name. What if you just eat it? I mean, obviously, you're only 11. It's not relevant, hopefully, for a very long time. But eventually, that could be amazing for the colony. Is it xenotype? Oh, my God. It gets added to your... Well, where is it? High libido. Oh, my God. There it is. A yummy bow? That's not yummy at all. That's just sharp and painful. Ah. I hate this game. Hey, stop. I can't. Locked. Why? Locked. Why? Why locked? Because you've already started new research. You bitch. You big bitch. Oh, we were this close to greatness. Cheese? There was cheese as well? Oh, you bitch. You chose the most boring crap. Grimstone? I can't even make the joke. Fred Grimstone is my favorite prehistoric goth. There you go. That's it. That's all there was to it. Trebuchet. Stop. You're picking the shit ones, Mecha Nugget. What's wrong with you? Now that the bloody porcelain's out the way, I want a trebuchet. We could launch porcelain out of the trebuchet or cheese. Am I seriously about to consider making a cheese munitions mod? God damn, I might not have a choice. Look at all these different cheeses. Am I going to build a dozen of these? Finally, we can honor Chuck Rock's legacy in the way that I think she would want. Cold, hard violence. This is going to be the main entrance, right? This is kind of what I decided because we got Castle Gooseborn there. So if we get a lot of people over in the castle and we get a lot of enemies turning up, we can hold them here at the hot gates and they can come down and it'll be like the Rohirrim with Gandalf. Whatever. What I'm saying is let's get rid of these towers so we can start slapping down some proper defenses. Ooh, noble apparel. Can I dress the rocks? Because, of course, we're not going to need it for our people. Ooh, butchering tool storage table. Can I gift that to the rocks, because we're not going to be butchering anything either, now that I think about it. All of this is very, very useless, isn't it? Ooh, a presser for cheese. Oh my god, you actually have finally done something useful here. There's a lot of linkables. My god. There's a reason I made a whole new category for them, because that would have been nightmarish to have them just thrown in like the production tab. What we ideally want to do, I suppose, is embrasures, but some way on the other side for the enemy, of course, not to be able to stand there and use the embrasures against us, right? So that will need sandbags if we've got it. I mean, cavalry spikes is pretty much perfect. I guess we'll just commit to the idea. That seems fine. Castle wall embrasure, are they like more expensive? 40 versus, what were these? 40, no, it's still good. Craft the Tanegashima matchlock gun. I feel like the guns we've already got are pretty powerful for the era we're in, admittedly. I think they might be a little bit too powerful. You're an adult already. I thought you were only born last episode. What the hell happened? I mean, growth, clearly. Wow, you came out really shit, didn't you? No passions at all. Wow. She has little optimism for the coming months. She lives in fear of being badly injured as a result of getting food poisoning. Wow, she was just really awful. Growth tier 0. I don't understand. But you were on just like a permanent learning schedule, right? Yeah, you were on just recreation all the time, which is exactly what children need. She was following people around and watching them research. How odd. Okay, well, you're a totally blank slate that we can do whatever with then. That's fine. Melee 8, intellectual 6. Oh, we could just put you on the research as well. Bear in mind, this is too many traits for me to keep up with. Ravenous, healthy. You were just like very good at running around fast and also a little bit of medical too. Sure, you know what? Let's get you training in medical then. Ooh, I'm glad to see that actually. That's something different and new and not just another raid. Oh, I'm not glad to see that after all. Jesus Christ. It's a bunch of enormous snakes. Where are we going to hide then, huh? I've learned a valuable lesson, okay, about leaving this unbricked. Because every single time we have raiders just coming through there instead. Very annoying. I think we fight them in the town square. I think that's our best bet. Oh, the defense towers actually might do some good work here. Let's have a look. No. Jesus, they're tanky. Oh my god. I feel like getting into melee with an enormous snake is a poor play. But we also might not have a choice because they are quite quick, aren't they, for enormous frightening snakes. Cower, stab that snake for me. I mean, in your own time. Really, just at your own convenience. Ooh. Careful, 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 careful. What's it doing? It like had its sights set on Cave. Hang on, isn't Cave like pretty good at dodging though? Oh, problem solved. That wasn't nearly as bad as I thought. I mean, except for the fact Sam fell over, but she is old and frail and I think actually literally dying. That's fine. That wasn't too bad at all. I'm learning my lesson though. I'm learning my lesson for the 100th time. I think we're going to stick a wall across here. Before those enormous snakes decided to interrupt things very rudely, we have a tech trader that I can't talk. Have they already flown off? Wait, what? Uncle Corporation. Hey, Uncle Corporation, trade with me. They're like actually gone. I miss it because I was fighting the enormous snakes. Oh, you shits. Here's the other thing. We are down to the last 4 bits of medieval research. We only have to do something like 98% of all research, so we can skip Parisian limbs if we feel like it. I guess we could do it all, and then it feels like we're pretty much done with the medieval stuff. Of course, we're not just going to immediately finish the medieval stuff and then be like, yeah, okay, we're industrial now. The raiders will think that, but it's not going to be true for us. So this is about to get very, very difficult. I think actually maybe what we should do is not do that and not research at all until we finish building the walls and the defenses, which to be fair, we're getting there. Because otherwise they're going to say, hey, you're industrial now, let's send pirates to come and attack you. And I'm not really into that. Can we like put a pause on that? No. I like actually just can't stop you unless I take you off of research. 101 gold. I can sell them all of our crappy, old, excess, spare, duplicate clothing, empty the stockpile, and make an arcane weapon at the same time. 2 birds with 1 stone. Boom. You're 301 stones, I suppose. Boozax, mighty sweet Boozax, your time has come. Do I go back to the idea of making that grimoire for Roxanne? I think Amber anything is cool. Let's just take a look and see what helps if you can spell. God, I can't wait to get rid of this keyboard. Amber Banner, Amber Longsword, Amber Warhammer, Spear, Staff, or Amber Enchanted Grimoire. You know we got to see it, right? And I feel like this is almost like us going into that whole new era. That kind of middle ground between the medieval era and the industrial era. There should be a little magic. Big explosive weapons and whatnot. Strange glowing swords and all sorts of other weird stuff. You're going to walk that fine line between them. I say as if we haven't got like actual just rifles, but that's okay. These things happen, okay? One day you got a bow and arrow, next day somebody invents a rifle, and then it's all downhill from there. Unfinished steel, Amber Grimoire. Oh, you can stuff them. No, you can only ever make them out of steel. Okay, fair enough. And after many hours of forging, my friend Boozax, a gift for your daughter. A ceremony, a bestowing ceremony. Take these hats off. I can't even see you. Thank you. My God, if I'm running all these facial animations while making the game run like crap, I at least want to see your faces animate. Totally destroying my immersion. Here we go. Frost Cleaver. Ooh, hello there. Traits. Oh my God, they come with a little enchantment too. I didn't realize, I thought it might just be like 10% extra damage. I didn't realize they have like a straight up trait. Enchanted with a lower battle magic, this weapon projects a weak bubble of magical energy shield that will shield the user from danger. It's a shield belt in a book that is very magical. Oh my God, look at that. It's 175. That's a pretty good shield belt, actually. Oh shit, and what's the range on this? Now, bear in mind, Roxanne, incredible shot. She was always going to be a very good shot, but she's shitty at long range. It does have quite a long range to it, to be fair. Well, let's fire off a shot, see what happens. Go, Roxanne. Huh. That seemed very good. Now, I think, if we do go into the industrial era, I feel a bit safer knowing that we've got big, explosive books. Next idea, right? Because, I mean, we could probably finish any of these and immediately we'll be in the industrial era. Let's build another couple of scanners, effectively. Deep scanners. Oh my God, it finally happened. Old age for Kawa at the age of 98. Again, bear in mind they've got the longer lifespan, right? So live 50% longer. Should have been a little bit later than that, but it's close enough. I thought about it, and then I thought I personally would not be comfortable living like here, sleeping here, when it's all going down within arm's reach, okay? So I'm putting another wall up around the houses, because I am a kind and generous ruler. You had to be selfish, didn't you? I saw that we had new lovers pop up. New lovers popped up pretty much immediately afterwards. I just wanted to get everything built, okay? Because this is a goddamn masterpiece. Okay, show me then. Let's have a look. First set of new lovers. I mean, realistically, it can only be any of these 5. Right? Because everyone else is either too old or already in a relationship. Let's have a look. We have Cave and Madam. Am I seeing that right? I'm so in love with you, Madam Dino Nugget. Let's be together. Oh my God, it actually was. Madam Dino Nugget, Boozax Bungus, and an elf. No! No! Fertility times 50%. You elf son of a bitch. It's still at 75% though, which is fine. And then if we say like try for a baby, that's another 400%. I've got to do it. I didn't want to do it. I felt like I was, you know, overly encouraging it, but we really don't have a choice. Here's the other thing. They're a different ideologian, so probably they can't share a bed. Gonna have to solve that problem pretty immediately. And then I presume the other was, yeah, there you go, Landry and Ungus Potato. Landry and Ungus is kind of cool though. Because that way, I mean, Ungus Potato obviously comes from Ungus Bungus too, so that means everybody is related to Ungus, or at least when Landry has a child, they'll be related to Ungus. I should really rename some of these characters. I was going to wait and see how they got on first, but I think at this point they're pretty much solidified. This entrance is a bit more grand, I will admit. I'll start throwing out a few decorations here and there. There's going to be a couple of big old ballista, just in case they do somehow breach the walls. I should probably slap a gate here. That way, if they breach the walls and start heading to our ballistas, we can escape fast and they can ideally get over there. But this is pretty good. I'm going to redo this gate entrance as well. We could either even it out, or I could just get rid of the multiple gates entirely, because it's probably not very necessary when we've got those. Bear in mind, I only built that to make it so the melee characters can sneak up behind them. But if we've got something like this going on, I could do like another gate or something maybe over here. I'm not sure. How the hell would I do that? Oh, we put the gates right on the edge? You know, maybe I should have left it exactly how it was. Okay, hold on. Let's stick with sealing this up. I wish there was like a 1x2 gate. That would be absolutely perfect. Really, we want the melee characters to be able to pop out like on these top sections, but I'm losing a lot of embrasure if we do that. But we really don't have a choice, though. Cowabungus probably has a few more days. A few more days before they're gone. 55% on the old age. Copilot is still fine. Roxanne is still fine. Sam the Fawn is 91% old age extreme. Dead very, very shortly. I feel like you weren't here very long. You did join us kind of old. Dina has a bad back. She is 52, though, I suppose. Oh, no, look, my God, look. You see Mecha Nugget Boozax Bungus's hair is starting to go a little bit grey. Hold on then, we need to have some conversion rituals or something, because this is kind of a high priority then. The fact that the only surviving member of the youngest dynasty who can have kids got into a relationship with someone who's less likely to have kids is very frustrating. Cave, 60%. It's only 18% chance of masterful. I think we just bop them with the stick. I think we get Cower the legend. While they're still here, while they're still with us, just bop them with the stick and send it. We won't get as many points to reform the ideology, but I think this is probably a necessary evil, huh? Get sent. Convert, damn you, convert. Okay, there you go. Oh, you're only at 57%. Oh, bollocks. We probably could have taken the gamble. Perfect, perfect, perfect. There we go. Okay. Okay, everything's fine. I think the dynasty will live another day. What about Landry and Ungrus? Because I quite like that idea of... Oh, God, you're a different ideology, too. I forgot about that. Okay, we can solve that. We can solve that. It's like 3 days cooldown. That's okay. That's okay. I don't necessarily need those two. Hold on. Can I manually hook you up, though? Oh, we can. Yeah, we don't need to worry about it, see? All I have to do is micromanage every single one of their encounters. It's all good, that's my job, that's what I'm here for. I can thumb it in, it's not a problem, okay? It's not weird. I'm just trying to keep the dynasties going. That's not weird. The only problem with this, right, is I'm now looking at the other sections of the base thinking, Jesus, these other walls suck, because if they breach through here, not that they will, it's like 2,800 hit points, right? If they do get through here, if I leave a door open or something, we've got no way to actually defend ourselves there. So I'm going to do something. I'm just planning some things out here. I need to do something, maybe even just like double gate the gates. Oh, thank God. You mean I'm finally... Oh, sorry. You mean the dear person. Hello. Old age caused you to perish. It tends to. That's correct. Wow, you were not in a good place. You were not in a good place. Somebody I didn't even rename because that name pops up so much. I've given up. Admittedly, they weren't massively interesting, and I kind of feel bad wasting names on like random characters that pop up who are already like 30 when we were supposed to be playing a Generation series, and no one's having any friggin' baby. I could see you right there typing out your angry comments. I hadn't forgotten about the prisoners. They were just taking forever to convert. Probably because our frigging main warden has had the undecency to become old and start dying. Very selfish. And because of already low resistance first, all we have to do now... Oh my God, you're only 17 too. Okay. All we have to do now is just get you recruited. That's it. Next time a warden interacts, you're done. I'm slapping down a lot of decoration. Okay, I wasn't happy with how the city looked. It was a bit of a drag. It was a bit of a low point. So today's been very much just me building the base. In the background, of course, we're doing all that bloody research. Recruited, and you got a new trait, trustworthy. She's someone you can trust with your innermost thoughts. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's so nice to have you on board. Friends with Cave, friends with Cowbungus, of course, they're the wardens. Roxanne Potato? Why? Tried to make the base feel a bit more homely as well, like I've thrown down some lovely tents and some benches and some wheelbarrows and little outdoor lamps and all sorts of garbage, okay? I've just tried to make the place feel a bit more lively, a bit more homely, for when eventually, someone in this Generation series has a child. Anyway, what I've been doing in the background, right? Because, of course, we're not doing any research. You've got to have something else in the background. I've had people mining, refining a lot of steel ahead of our potential shift over to industrial tomorrow. More importantly, I've had Mecha Nugget and all of the other good researchers scanning for gold basically non-stop. It's all this guy's been doing, day in, day out. It hasn't been that many days, admittedly. I also told them to cut down a load of trees and then forgot to tell them to stop cutting down trees, so I'm... Oh, fuck. I mean, I knew I caught it too. Like, look, it's an easy mistake. I was like, okay, we need wood. I'll just say chop wood. What I forgot to say was stop chopping wood when we got enough wood. I needed it to, like, do some more, like, cavalry spikes and stuff like that. Like, Gates use wood, obviously. Whoopsie. That's okay. Just don't put it in my bloody stockpiles or anything, okay? Anyway, scanning for gold, right? What have we got for the gold in all this effort, all this time is what I'm getting at. Like 2 veins of gold. We got like a vein of gold there. 300 gold, by the way. And we got some gold there, which is quite nice, because that means we can make at least 2 arcane weapons. Is it 300 per chunk? Oh, that's way better than I thought. I'm not giving it enough credit. Let's slap one of those down. Let's slap one of these down here. It's a fun system. That was a good idea. I've been here for hours. I've been here for so long. They're 350 wood each. That's great, because I just happen to have shitloads of wood. Compacted steel. Wait, what does that drop if I mine it? Oh, shit. Hold on. Whoa. Miner lady. Yeah, come and mine this for me. Just give us, like, iron ore or... Oh, my God, it breaks down into steel ingots. Ooh, that's pretty strong. Oh, no. The rocks just delivered Cower to the hospital. Because it's time. At the age of 101, which is pretty bloody good going when you think about it. And that's actually exactly his lifespan. In fact, does it say? Does it say what your lifespan is? No, life expectancy is 80, so it doesn't take into account the genes. But you can figure that out, right? Like I said, that did kick in a little bit early. You should have lived to about 120 with that 50% extra lifespan if you should have lived to 80 by default, right? But you know what? Living to the age of 101 is pretty goddamn good going. That's pretty impressive. Cower, I hope you lived a long and happy life. And now you move on to the great rocks in the sky. You return to our ancestors. You return to Ungus Bungus. And you were Cowabungus. So you, my friend, get added to our familial tomb. Wait, whoa. Gold ore seam using a long-range mineral scanner. One of these bloody desks is a long-range mineral scanner. The other is a ground-penetrating scanner. And I never considered for a second that either would be different because neither makes sense at this particular time. Aha! Where is it? I'm like not going out there though if it's far away. It's bloody miles away. We're not going out there. You're gonna get these people killed. What's left out of House Bungus are here to say goodbye to sweet, precious Cowabungus. Also, Roxanne's new look is absolutely incredible. You know what? I quite like Disaster's look, too. Just the headscarf thrown over there looks pretty good. That is great fashion sense, and I didn't have any hand in any of it. So basic components, and then in theory, we can make the weapons, and then in theory, I think we're good to move on to the industrial era at that point, right? Caves cutting the chunks into boulders for our trebuchet, because we're probably going to need that if pirates turn up at the gates with actual proper rifles and shit. I think triple rocket launchers count as industrial, which we're definitely not prepared for. Oh, that bloody explains it. It's this one in Castle Gooseball, the advanced scribe table, that's the long-range scanner. Right, I thought that was strange because I didn't see a disaster over here. Fair enough then. Okay, well, honestly, that's not terrible. I mean, it makes sense that Castle Gooseball would be the one looking out into the world for missions. I mean, I'm sure as fuck not going to do them, but I appreciate the effort. This is a terrible time to mention this, but people in Discord are theory crafting about whether or not Disaster survived the fight at the end of last episode. You realize she's immune to, like, everything, right? Except for bleeding out horribly, but I had 2 hours to tender. I could have packed the wound with, like, pure rock shit, and she would have been fine. She can't get infections. Not that rock shit would do that anyway. They are pure, special beasts, and they would never cause any harm to anyone. I'm gonna move that there, because that looks hideous. You don't need to move that. You can just move that one. Efficiency. Oh my god, it's a game changer. Oh my god, it's a game changer. Oh, Landry. Oh, and it's actually pretty fast, too. Oh, Landry. That's enough for 3 arcane weapons. So all we've got to do is find 3 of those, because we've got 12 people, and that adds up to 9. Fuck off. I'm going to bed. Hey, thank you for joining me today. I think this has been a great day of basically non-stop, unimpeded progress. What I like is that I was able to build base, and the build base was actually useful with like big trenches and spikes and gates and walls, things that will keep our enemies away, and they tie nicely into the ideology because of the whole bulwark crap. I'm actually very excited to get to the industrial and above eras because we're playing with so many new mods that I've never played, never had room for in any mod packs, that were completely off theme from other mod packs, and mods that now, with hindsight, I know a bit more about. Like, for example, all the Mass Effect shit. So, I shouldn't say that. It was very reductive. The very well-designed, very good Mass Effect mods that previously I had no idea what the hell was going on because I haven't played Mass Effect until, like, 2 months ago. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun to explore all of that and see what it's got to offer. I've done a lot of Medieval over the last kind of few months, like the RPG series, and arguably, like, the Anne series was basically Medieval, right? So, there's a lot going on, and I'm hoping that the Industrial Era will help, don't do that, consolidate a lot of these ideas. Thank you for joining me. Hey, thank you to Blood Snakes Chaos, Hoopy, Birdman, Mythomatic, John Caracella, Selfish Ghost, Cosmosenti, Ghost Hawk, MTB, Frogs and Pants, Alex Warren, Matt Lewin, Couch Eckley, Logan Bissett, Spongy1312. Thank you for Rimrim Mr. Streamer. You're very welcome. Sao Chung Tai, Yorfiala, Coyote Seattle, Alex Dimitri, Blizzard 4337, Asimov's Train Ride, Night Rouge, Talia, Acolyte of Arcadius, Alspa, Grand K, Evan Crocker, Toxin, Ethox, and Moira Valkyrie for their support at the executive produced days over on Patreon. More Subnautica coming on the second channel tomorrow. Horrifying experience, I hate every second of it. And Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline starting on the Elise and Sam channel. because that's a really fun game. Really good RPG to make up for the fact that Starfield is not a good RPG. Thank you to... No, politics, please. Thank you to Ineffective Guevara, Health and Safety Inspector, Zubot the Chaotic, Luna Maya, Shrado, Placion, Vladislav Shatulski, Kuz, Kerjak, Europalette84, Mochi Panda, Zen Master, Red Noah, Bol Plop, and Derpykins. I've lost the ability to read. Goodbye.